Hey everyone, Beyond the Bottom Shelf is a podcast in which we delve into books that explore sensitive and controversial topics such as sexual violence, bestiality, and body horror. We analyze this material with an irreverent air. If you do stick around, we hope you enjoy the show.
Welcome to Beyond the Bottom Shelf. I'm Jules.
And I'm Ash.
And this is the podcast that delves into books that have been relegated to the bottom shelf. The daring, campy, transgressive, the unapologetically sleazy and tasteless. We read it all, and we savor it.
Find out which works of fiction we deem eligible to stay on the bottom shelf and which ones transcend into an honored rank of their own. We call this place Beyond the Bottom Shelf.
Does it feel strange being in this big open room?
It does.
It is a little weird now.
Yeah, it's a lot better than that broom closet we were in before.
It's so much more comfortable now.
Like we're all looking at, well, I guess we always were around each other, but are you guys comfortable over there?
Mm-mm.
No. At least you have a mic that has a stand now.
That's true, and I don't have a head cold.
No sniffles?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they painstakingly went through my take, or whatever you call it, the last podcast last week, and had to delete like all of the sniffles and snotting that I did. So, and it still sounds bad, I think, is the funny part. Even after all that work you guys did.
There's some like you couldn't even take out.
I feel like it was good practice.
It was like built into my speech.
Yeah, because we heard
Do I sound
it
nasally
in
now?
my mic too. At points, you could hear like a little distant.
Jules,
Yeah.
was that like a Floridian thing? You went, in my bike.
In my mic.
You said a bike, like you had a stuffy nose.
Oh, maybe I was
like
like
a psychological
imitating you.
weird thing that happened. Yeah. Okay. Anyways,
Weird.
I didn't even notice that. That's for when we asked Jacob to guess what's going to happen next, and he guesses right.
yeah, and we can warn everybody that there's going to be a lot more sound effects on this one because now we have the ability to live, actually put them in there. So we're going to spam the.
We're going to have a lot of fun with this, Jacob.
We're moving up in the world, guys.
Sure.
Alrighty. Now, we have an episode planned. I feel like we said that last time.
Yeah. Well, that's okay. You could say that every time, I think,
Yeah,
and it would be appropriate.
true.
I did plan this. And
So we did actually end up reading Triceratops and Bottoms.
by Lola Faust.
Yes. Very excited for this episode. We went back to the erotica.
Yeah, we did. I'm over the erotica. I'm getting there, but
I know.
You got a lot more of it to read if you're going to do a podcast on it, right?
I know. I think it's good.
Maybe there's some good erotica out there that you can find, and you'll maybe turn you around on the genre.
I want some crazy. You would think these crazy looking eroticas are like crazy.
So you need it to be more crazy.
Yeah.
I'm curious what's in this one. I'm curious to hear about this one because I want to know what you think is not that crazy. You know what I mean? I'm very curious to hear the content of this because I like the fact, Jules, that you don't. It's not that you don't like it because of the content and it's dinosaurs fucking or whatever. You wish it was more crazy.
Yes. And maybe I think I was like reflecting on this. I think the fact that I'm reading a lot of sci-fi recently and Hyperion, and because this, like the first chapter of this book,
Like the sci-fi elements are super
so bad.
Yeah.
It is
shallow
like,
and kind of lame.
it's like if you typed in Chat GPT, create a sci-fi opening chapter, including time travel, and like there's like a VR pod she goes into. Anyway, but
We'll talk about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
When we go into
So
the story.
super vanilla sci-fi elements.
Yeah, that's a little teaser
Super
for y'all.
vanilla. Yes, I like that. Super vanilla sci-fi elements.
But yeah,
Like,
we'll
go ham
go a
on
little bit more into it, but let's talk about what's going on in our lives beyond
Beyond the bottom shelf.
Beyond the bottom shelf.
That was awesome.
Now you can't you can't like give yourself props. But that was awesome. We did a banter thing.
I thought
We
it
did
was.
a pun.
I speak my thoughts with no
cutting all this,
filter on
okay.
this. Yeah, we will.
What's something we did recently?
Together or separately?
We should start with what we did together.
Well, this feels like so long ago, but we did watch. Me and Jacob watched Dune Part 1. Ashley watched Dune Part 1. We watched it separately. Then we came together. We went to the theaters and we watched Dune Part 2.
Might I add the IMAX
Oh, we did.
theater?
Well,
Wait, no. What's it called?
it was-
Dolby, right?
Okay, well, slow down. This is not as cool, okay? It's the PDX theater, which is like, I'm not sure what the franchise is that we go to over here nearby, but I think it's Stone Theaters. It's not AMC, it's not Regal, it's Stone. And they have a format called PDX, which is like slightly bigger screen, I think a 4K projector, and I believe they have that Dolby Atmos sound, which has got like the height speakers and stuff. So
Oh yeah, the commercial at the
we watched it in
beginning.
that format, which was pretty good, but it wasn't quite, like an IMAX thing.
Yeah, we watched
Oh, sorry.
Oppenheimer in IMAX, which was a super cool.
Like the
but
70 millimeter or whatever it is experience. That was like something else.
but this was PDX is like
It's certainly better than the regular format.
Oh, yeah. I had a good
At that
time.
theater.
I've never had a theater experience like that before.
Really?
Where, like, yeah, I'm not experienced like y'all.
So you actually
but-
think it was better than what you used to?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
It was so
No, I'm glad.
cool with the spatial audio, with like, being above you and around
Yeah.
you. It was super cool. I felt like I was in the dune.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, but I've never been to a theater that had that kind of audio experience before.
Yeah.
I looked over at Ashley when it was doing like it was the Dolby commercial before, and it was like doing rain sounds, and like you were like looking around. It was
Yeah.
it was
for
it
sure.
is pretty cool, like the surround sound, because we watched like at Mission Impossible in just a theater that had terrible audio.
The old local spot.
Yeah, and it was
And
so
yeah,
bad.
there's a lot of theaters that the projectors have gotten old. It's like the bulbs are dim, the volume's turned down. There's no one like QAing it and making sure it's a good experience.
That would be terrible
So-
to watch Dune on like, that experience.
We have another spot closer to where we live now that is a lot better experience, and that's the one we're referring to. And they have this thing called PDX, which is like I said, a larger format screen, higher res projector, and better sound. And yeah, we like seeing movies in that format when possible.
And Dune was like the opening scene when they were
Awesome.
like drifting out of the. I'm sorry, I have not read Dune, and the lore, like the names, I'm not like. I was familiar with like 2 weeks ago, but I already forgot. But it was super sick. The intro scene. What was the name of the villains that came out of the? They were like drifting down. They were like on strings.
I forgot.
Harkonnen?
Harkonnen,
Yeah,
that
something
would be
like
it.
that.
Is that how you say it?
It was something with an A. I think you're on the right track.
We'll ADR this.
Yeah.
What's the right name?
No, the opening was super cool. I was getting excited. I
Yeah,
was
the
like,
opening
oh
was
my
almost
God.
like perfect and amazing, and then it kind of, not to say that it's a bad movie or anything, it's very good, but yeah, it almost set the bar a little high at the beginning.
Yeah, so we have some hot takes about Dune Part 2. Sorry, guys.
We like
I
Dune.
only gave it a 7 out of 10.
What did you give the first one? Like
An 8.
only an 8. Because I remember we watched the first one and like I knew that the second one was going to be actiony, and the first one was just set up.
Yeah, me too.
But I really liked the first one.
No, the first one was good, and I thought Timothy Chalamet was pretty good in the first one. I don't know what
Yeah.
happened in the second one.
He got a little
He's-
cocky, or
He's good in the second one once you get, like, in the second half when he becomes, like, more arrogant and stuff. I kind of like that stuff a little bit more. Like, the character's unlikable in some ways, but his performance got better.
oh, you
But
thought it
yeah,
got better. At
the worst part of the movie for me was I just thought the chemistry with Zendaya was just not happening.
Oh my gosh, it was terrible.
And
It
a
was
lot
so
of the movie
cringe.
hinges on this idea that, is this spoilers? I better shut the fuck up. That one.
I mean, we could talk about how it's like cringe, like this whole romance the entire time.
Yeah,
I did not buy it.
they make the romance a little heightened so that you feel the betrayals that come later deeper.
Forced.
But by forcing it and making it a little bit more heightened, it kind of feels a little cheesy. Yeah. It felt like I was watching episode 2. I Hate Sand. It kind of had that. I mean, it's better than that. Let's be real. But yeah, it had a little bit of shades of that.
Yeah, and like the first one, when I saw the visions of Zendaya, I was like, are they gonna do it? Are they gonna make her like?
Yeah, no, that's one of the problems too. The first one builds her up in a way that the second one doesn't really pay off, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. I did find it interesting though with like Zendaya and there's like a divide in the people that like believed in this oracle, and like they were like they're like, oh, that's like the people from the South or whatever. They believe in all that.
Yeah, all that stuff is interesting.
That stuff is cool.
The whole idea of this like false messiah and this like universe spanning jihad that'll come as a result of him revealing himself to be this prophesized messiah figure is stuff is all super interesting.
Yeah, I like that world building stuff. That this book did not have good world building.
I'm sure that maybe there's more emotional appeal maybe with the stories. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe their romance and all that. Maybe that's a little bit more impactful when you read it.
You mean in the book? It's possible, but I think the books, if anything, are just doing the mythology stuff.
Oh, really?
Bigger and better, more detailed.
I
don't know, though. I haven't read it.
That moment when Zendaya slapped... Oh, wait. That might be giving away too much. Never mind. There's so much I want to say that's like cringe. Like there's something with... Let me just... We might cut this, but the baby talking to the mom. Let's cut that. But yeah, Timothy Chalamet, Hollywood's sweetheart, Willy Wonka.
Why is he in fucking everything? It's driving me nuts. You see that he's going to be in this new Bob Dylan movie?
He's playing Bob Dylan.
Wow.
Yes.
Ashley just told me about this. And
Stop it.
Hollywood needs to stop with the biopics.
Stop it. And why does everyone being like cast in everything? Like that Anna Taylor-Joy, she's going to be in this movie now.
She's going to be
it was almost like a
Dune.
joke. Like we had watched the Furiosa trailer.
And she was
I
the
think
lead.
could be good. We'll see. But then like there's this, it shows this flash forward thing or vision of the future thing in Dune, and it's her. And you're like, what the fuck? And it's in the desert. It was very strange, yeah.
Yeah, her and Timothy Chalamet. I forgot that she was in the flash forward. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like she's in everything.
Do you think they're in Scientology? Conspiracy.
Wow.
I don't know.
I don't think they are.
I feel like it would have been known.
Okay. How did they get in everything? I don't like conspiracy theories, but like...
I don't know.
You
never
boom?
know,
Yeah.
people's connections, but I don't think so. I feel like that would be common knowledge. Like,
I feel like a lot of these celebrities, I always want them to have unique backstories, but I look them up and they always have like parents that are producers or...
Yeah.
right? It's really
Happens a lot.
disappointing.
Yeah. I'm like, dang, I want you to come from Louisiana or somewhere.
Nice.
Right? I feel the same way. I don't know why. Maybe this Timothy Chalamet guy, I'm sure he's a great person in real life.
Mm-hmm.
But he's dating Kylie Jenner?
Stand at anything that he's in. Exactly.
Yeah.
Willy Wonka?
I mean, he was fine in that.
Apparently that like surprised people and was like an okay movie, but I haven't seen it.
Yeah,
It was
we were...
fine.
I was
It wasn't
shitting on
amazing.
Hold on, Ash.
What?
I saw your 9 out of 10, 11 out of 10 super good review for Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
that. You watched it?
No, I didn't. I did not. You're lying. I did a 3 stars, okay? I did not do no 11 out of 10.
Look it up, Jules.
No, yes, look
It was at least 7.
No, I did. It's only 4. It's only 5 stars. What are you
Stand
talking
by
about?
your reviews, okay?
When did
I wrote 3 stars.
Okay, Jacob does this thing. He transforms the 5-star scale when he talks about these into like a 10. Like that's why he says
That's
7
not
out of 10.
accurate.
Is that what you do, Jacob?
Wait, what? What are you
So I rated Diary of Wimpy Kid, Roderick Rules a little bit higher.
That
I
might have
did
been what the one I saw. You
When
gave
did
it a 7.
you watch this?
And you go, really amazing, awesome, not cheesy at all. I mean, maybe it's really good. I just love that you're getting defensive about it.
I just thought it was kind of funny.
gaslight me that you didn't give it like a 9 out of 10.
I didn't give it a 9 out of 10 though. That's different. I gave it a average rating because I actually didn't think it was that bad. There
Okay.
were parts that made me laugh
Can
genuinely.
we watch it here? on movie night?
Yes, we should.
Diary
put
of
it
a
in the
Wimpy
rotation.
Kid. I remember I weirdly loved that movie, the first one.
I think it's pretty good. At least I think that Rowley kid is fucking hilarious. Any scene that he was in just had me dead.
He's a chubby boy.
Yes.
Yeah, he's hilarious. I remember
so funny.
the shirt that him and his mom have.
Yes.
Jacob, have you seen it?
Well, I haven't seen it, but you guys kind of grew up reading the books, I'm assuming, right?
My
Well,
It was
yeah.
more culturally a thing for you guys than
kids
it was
still
for me.
read it.
But I mean, I'd be willing to watch it. It could be fun.
I feel like you would be surprised.
Jules poured herself a shot 30 minutes ago, and she's sipping on it. It's in a shot glass.
It's very it's more spicy tasting than
Go ahead and slime that real quick.
Jacob's been slamming them.
And then we'll jump into the actual episode here.
You told me to fact check Ashley's rating, but I cannot get in my letterbox right now, so
I will pull it up myself.
Okay, let's see what it is.
did you like her review?
No, he did not. So I rated.
Oh, I will. You mean liking, like click the like button. I'll do that. I'm sorry. I got to support.
I rated Diary of a Wimpy Kid 3 stars. And then I watched the Roderick Rules one in the same day, and I rated that 3.5 stars.
That's the one I was thinking of. I think
Oh.
that's the one I saw. It was a 7. Okay. I was exaggerating a little bit.
My review is maybe a little too.
Too nice, or is
Yeah,
it?
sometimes you'll use words that are really heightened, kind of, and it sounds like. Yeah, read your review back, okay?
No, I don't want to read this out.
Just do it. We'll cut this out.
Okay. I just had to watch this. What a wonderful family movie that still maintains a comedic edge that isn't cringe. These films are so iconic.
That's a good review.
That's a 7 out of 10. You're saying it's iconic and you give it a 7 and a 6?
So if it's
What's
iconic,
That's the real
Why
controversy
do you
here.
keep saying that metric? It's a 3.5 stars.
oh, but then you five
But
times
I'm just
2 would be-
I'm just making it
Okay,
out of 10.
fine.
Why are you yelling at me over that? That's like perfectly reasonable.
Fine.
Wait, so you think if the adjective iconic is used, it should be like a 9 out of 10 or a 4 out of 5?
Iconic has got to be an 8 or above.
Okay,
Really?
interesting.
I think
can't
the
it just
audience
be-
would agree with me.
Triceratops and Bottoms.
Let's go into it. All right, so Julia's going to bring us the facts about our lovely author,
Lola.
Lola.
Or she's apparently studying to get her PhD, so you could call her Dr. Faust, Lola Faust. Her profile pic,
Can I ask one question? I'm
Yeah.
sorry to break
Yeah.
your stride here, but you guys sent an email.
I did. I was about to bring that up.
Did you get a response?
Nope. Nope. Sent it on a Saturday morning. Of course, I was like 2 to 3 business days, right? It is Friday. That'll be Friday. No response. So I'm just assuming it's gone into the void and probably not going to get a response back. But
We tried.
yeah, we tried. We attempted. I
They
was
probably have a big backlog of stuff.
I was really
emails.
really
Yeah,
okay. Well, so I was really excited, but I'm
that was a joke, Jules.
yeah, because I don't think she got a big. I don't even know if this is a woman, but because her.
Girl, stop
Just kidding. No, it is. But like her profile picture is definitely another AI picture. It looks like a stock picture of a girl. Like she's at her laptop.
Is it
looking over her
possible that
shoulder.
the book is AI generated?
Yes, 100%.
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Okay.
Definitely. Like, especially some of the sci-fi elements.
It's
but
possible.
yes.
Okay.
So, she's influenced. I want her Goodreads. She's influenced by one person named Chuck Tingle, who is a fellow dinosaur erotica writer on Goodreads, because dinosaur erotica is a sub genre of erotica. From an early age, Lola Faust's fantasies and reveries tilted towards the unusual and the eccentric. Though she entertained curious private journals, it wasn't until she entered the paleontology program at the University of British Columbia that her romantic notions concerning dinosaurs took full flight. That's her Goodreads. I could not find much about her. No Wikipedia
This is
page.
unbelievable.
Yeah, I think I have a suspicion it's like some troll in here. I don't really know if she's in a paleontology program.
Right. Do you think among the 0.0001% of professionals working in that field, one of them writing dino wiener porno stuff.
No way. I promise you, with some of her inconsistencies with some of these like anatomies when it comes to dinosaurs, there's no fucking way.
But you're saying, could somebody that's studying that? Like,
It's possible, of course. They
yeah,
could.
for sure. I would like to.
So you guys were fact checking the text.
I was just wondering because I was
some
pulling up.
research.
I was pulling up pictures of size comparison of like Triceratops or all these different dinosaurs and looking at the human size, like based on the bones, like the fossils they found, and there was very lack of consistency in describing the
Penis stuff?
well, not the penis, but like
Just
the
bones.
the bones in general, the size of the thing. I was like, I hadn't. Yeah.
Well, I did do some research about sex organs. And yeah, don't. Oh, God. Okay. I hope no one looks through this one day. So I Googled it. So I was like, dinosaur sex. And so I looked
It's not that funny because you looked up sex organ. It's just something about the enthusiasm you had, but also the embarrassment you have about
Like,
it.
oh
It's funny.
God.
And it's just you. If any, the listeners knew you intimately, this is funny.
Okay. So I looked up dinosaur sex. And y'all, dinosaurs don't have external sex organs.
They just have holes.
They have holes. So they have this, I guess, I don't know, it's like a multifaceted.
And they're 100%
What?
sure about that, or they're just like they're predicting.
Well, it's a theory, obviously, because, they can't actually
they just
see the dinosaur, but they can tell from like fossils and just, I guess their lineage. They can probably make an estimate, like a guess, that they probably had something. I forgot what it's called, but it's a hole that is for, gosh, what's it called? It's
You
like
should see the hand
urinary.
signals that she's
for
making.
peeing and
And
stuff.
peeing and
Gotcha.
for shitting and also for sex. So a lot of reptiles have this hole, and so when they have sex, they have to get like really close together.
So it's two holes. It's not like a socket where something's going into the hole.
A socket.
No.
So it's just two holes pressing together.
Yeah.
That is so bizarre.
Is that weird? So it takes this whole book is in shambles now because we've just exposed.
And you kind of researched this like after you read the first story, or
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm assuming that the sex scenes detailed in this don't consist of two holes smashing together.
No, not at all.
There is much more variety compared to like getting my swamp the some of the
Oh,
sexual
definitely.
positions.
More variety. Okay, I'm actually.
No,
It's funny. You guys are building this up like it's kind of tame and stuff, but I feel like you guys are holding back a little bit. I'm curious to hear more.
No, I got some quotes. Don't you worry, guys. And I think that it's definitely a lot more spicy than Get in My Swamp. That's my one pro.
That's a one. What I thought was it was definitely giving more. The guy, or in this case, the dinosaur guys, were getting more pleasure than like the Shrek in our first erotica. Like it was a balanced amount of pleasure. It wasn't just like, because I felt like in our Shrek story, it was all about, hey, let's eat her
It's
out
like a
all the time.
feminist.
Yeah.
piece.
Yeah.
Which I mean, like, of course we don't mind, but like,
Is there anything else you wanted to say?
no, I think we should just go in the book. I was going to say it is considered just a subgenre of what we call monster erotica. And I found this quote by a professor that said, the idea of having sex with a dinosaur is outside the realms of possibility. It's a bit like magic where all rules become suspended, and for that reason it may well allow for kinds of imaginative risk-taking impossible in more standard couplings. I'm talking about dinosaur erotica.
Wow.
But I think we should just dive right in and get started because this is not that long of a book. It's got a bunch of short stories, so let's go ahead and get started.
Okay, let's go. All right, so I'm just going to do my synopsis. We already know the drill. All right, so Triceratops and Bottoms by Lola Faust. Mm-hmm. So, like we said, that's probably her pen. That's a pen name. I don't think that's not her real name. But anyway, so she's a self-proclaimed or this is kind of considered a self-proclaimed dinosaur erotica novella short story collection.
Both?
I don't know. Maybe both. Who knows?
This is a whole collection?
I guess it's a short story collection.
So we're covering the entire collection, not just the title story?
Because it's too short. So we're just going to do all of them.
Awesome.
And it has the same character in all of them.
Yeah.
We have the same
I see.
heroine.
So they're kind of connected, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so it's written from the perspective of our heroine. Her name is Erin. So Erin is a nymphomaniac who lives in the distant future in the year of 2122. Or 2122. Maybe that's easier to say.
I can't do it again.
Okay, sorry. So
That's not that far away, by the way, like at all,
no, not really.
for the technologies that exist.
So
That's what's so hard about science fiction and like writing with like,
I feel like they always overestimate how far we're going to be.
It's
Yeah.
always like that. Okay, anyway.
I don't know that you necessarily need to take the fact that they choose a year as an endorsement of the fact that they think this is what the future will be. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
I know.
I think it's
Yeah.
sometimes just like, yeah.
That
It
is
doesn't
settle
really
on something.
matter.
Yeah.
Okay. So in 2122, this is the year where everything is just readily available for her. All she has to do is think about it and it's there.
Can you elaborate?
No, because she doesn't explain. All she says is, I think about it and things just appear.
Yeah.
Like, how does that happen?
But isn't that like she has a dilemma with that? It's almost too.
Oh, well, yeah, I'll go
Yeah, I
with
mean, that's
that.
kind of like an
So, though
okay
it's-
science fiction concept, I guess.
Yeah, though it's nice that she has all these material things. After a while, it gets boring to have everything she ever wants because she's starting to feel a little empty inside. Womp, womp, womp.
You don't have to make that sound. I got this right here.
Okay, sorry. My bad. I'll stop adding my
Three
own.
sounds.
So Erin spends most of her days looking through her holograms that contain all the wild sexual adventures that she goes on over the years. Erin is a sex traveler and does not discriminate. She will have sex with any being of all the inhabited worlds.
Is that a quote?
No, but I'll read you one.
Okay, you
So-
broke into that so fast. It sounded like you're reading a quote.
It did,
That was
yeah.
your summary?
Yeah, that was my
That
summary.
was a good ass summary.
So even when she finds herself impatient, she knows how to summon a pleasure bot to satisfy her needs. I'll give you a quote of one of her sexapades. Hold on. Okay. She was in the middle of a group of bisexual alien races, locked in the most frantic orgy she'd ever experienced. The blue-skinned alien people were insanely sensual, touching her from all angles, eating her up, making her scream, and fucking her like a slut.
Wait,
So that's Erin for you.
I love how Jacob
I like
didn't
this
press the
book.
boom on that part.
Because I know we're going to add music later.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
True. So yeah, that's her. But what was I gonna say?
So she goes on. She's had sex
sorry.
with all these beings.
Yeah, so she's all about, traveling the universe and different planets to have sex with whoever. Even if she can't find one, she'll find a fucking thing called a pleasure bot that will satisfy her needs.
It's almost like hedonism. She's having hedonism would that be the right? Like she's doing so overindulging, nothing satisfied. Like of course that's like
Right.
a classic thing that happens, but yeah, she's getting everything.
So even after all of these experiences, nothing just seems to satisfy her needs. And she's just really destined to find that ultimate sexual experience. But we'll go into some of the chapter one. But she goes into this like VR cocoon and goes into this Jurassic era and she feels something very erotic about it, but she doesn't fucking explain why. She just says it's erotic that she's in this Jurassic
Because
era.
it's like primitive and from a different time. Or
Dangerous.
But she doesn't say that though.
yeah. And this is like an arcade she goes into?
No,
It's like a pod.
Or is this something she
yeah.
has in like at her
It's
apartment?
this pod that closes around her, and she has to put on a VR headset in it. I believe.
If this is in the future, you probably shouldn't have to put on a headset.
I
You
know.
should just
I know,
be able
right?
to like be like a holodeck in Star Trek. Or the
make
Danger Room in X-Men. Why am I referencing all this stuff?
So one day, her personal AI advisor tells her about this new time traveling machine. Erin goes to the unveiling event and is eager to try out this machine. so she can continue her sexcapades in the past,
Wow.
especially the Jurassic era.
So she goes to this thing going, hey, I want to go back to when the dinosaurs roamed the earth. Because
She's more intrigued by the fact of just like going into the past because, like we said, she's never had that experience before. She's tried everything.
Right.
So the idea of going into the past, I'll read you this one quote.
Okay.
But
Because she
said
in her pod, she went to the Jurassic era and then she got a taste of dinosaurs.
Yeah.
She's like, whoa. And then she's like, oh, I can actually go to the past?
Wow.
right. So that's what kind of sparks the intrigue.
This all makes sense. I like this.
So she says, she hoped to travel back in time to a crazy era, maybe have sex in the deep trenches of the World War I combatants? Combat?
You almost said cum something. I thought you were going somewhere else with that.
Combatants? What is that word? Why can I not say that?
What's the... I would ask for you to show it to me, but my eyes aren't very good.
Combatants?
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 Yeah, combatants.
Combatants? I'm going to say that
There's
again.
always one word we get hung up on in each episode.
Combatants.
And it's always like not that difficult of a word. It's just,
Combatant.
Yeah, combatant.
Okay, combatants.
okay, we got to delete this because it was just combatants. I thought it was like a French word or something.
Okay, I'm going to say it again. She hoped to travel back in time to a crazy era, maybe have sex in the deep trenches of the World War I combatants. Dangerous, sure, but it would be worth it.
Seeking the danger because nothing is fun anymore. She's done it all.
So she's just excited about the possibility of having sex, in like you said, coupled with the danger part. So what unfolds next are short stories of her varying sexual experiences with different dinosaur species. How will her sexual experience turn out this time? Do dinos even have the emotional intelligence to be sexually aroused by human beings? Will she receive that ultimate dinogasm? This all begs the question if impeding on the path for sexual gratification truly is worth it.
Did you write those rhetorical questions?
Yes, I did.
Those are great.
We always have to be ready for Ashley's.
She always has the best rhetorical questions.
I know, I love them. It's like always like a series of 4.
I love writing them. I just think it's funny.
Dinogasm? That's amazing.
Okay, so I have a question. So this is like a frame story, this beginning, and then you have a series of like vignettes or short stories that are the different adventures of this character with different dinosaurs.
Essentially. But the first story is like a novella. It's 6
Is there an
chapters.
epilogue frame thing?
No. Is there an epilogue?
Not really. There's a teaser to her next story.
Yeah, with a new
Gotcha.
character, but
Gotcha.
Okay, so we're going to go straight into the part where I guess she's going to try the VR set. Or not the VR, oh my God, the time machine. Okay, so she goes, like we said, she's going to the unveiling event. She asks the speaker how far back she can travel. And coincidentally, the speaker says she can go as far as she can, even into the Jurassic era.
Wow.
Isn't that so convenient?
Yeah.
So Erin is now thinking of all the sexual experiences that she can have. She doesn't need to be afraid of any of the dangers because she has all her gadgets. She has a force field. She has rebreathers, a cloaking device.
and the time traveling thing is like a little belt she puts on, right?
Yeah.
Is there just one or is there a bunch of them?
That's not, I don't even
It's
know.
not specified.
It's not.
Okay. So she goes to a convention thing and they have one that she takes or
Yeah, I think she,
Prototype.
mass
yeah.
produce them?
So Erin volunteers to try it out first.
Okay,
And she's
I
not
see.
worried
She
about the
gets
dangers.
chosen.
All right.
So she, the speaker warns her that, you know, the time is like a thread on that thing. And if you snip the wrong end, it could cause an erasure of not only the people, but even the invention of time travel.
But it's basically everything that everybody's ever said about time.
Yeah, sure, but that's actually kind of like a fun little aside.
Well,
there.
it would be cool if she.
It never pays off
It
in the
never,
end.
No,
no,
not
never
at
at all. No, she does nothing that ever disturbs the time
Gotcha.
continuum, whatever.
So our girl Erin, she's ready. She got all her gadgets on, and her time belt is charged. Even give her, they give her, you know, a quick course on like what to do in situations. Again, nothing never happens.
Why don't to test this out they just go back like 30 seconds in time?
I feel like that'd be a more safer.
I'm gonna send you to a dinosaur time.
And she
Good
gets
luck.
It's funny, like the first person that tested, like they like let her go wherever she wants. Like,
Yeah, and you would think this
Yeah.
is from a time of ultimate safety and security, and you get everything you want, and there's no danger. It would be weird to just be this flippant about it, but it's okay.
Right?
Why am I worried about this?
we needed to
wanna
get to the dino
dinosaur
action
sex. Yeah,
right away.
Yeah. All right. So our girl Erin, chapter 3. Erin is now arrived to the dinosaur age, and she's amazed by everything she's seen. She sees a beautiful waterfall, lush greenery everywhere. You can probably picture in your head.
Wait, I have one question.
Yeah.
Can you describe what the time travel is like? Isn't it like a portal opens up?
Oh yeah. I mean, so basically, she goes through the portal, and then the wind comes, and it's like, woo!
I wanted to talk about that so we could add like a little whoosh.
Once the time belt was activated, it opened up a portal of light through which Erin stepped. The period and era were carefully calibrated, and off she went.
Wow. Okay.
That was it.
That's a serviceable way to handle the time travel, I guess.
I know. Okay, so
It's it's so serviceable. It's almost like an AI did it.
That's what I was thinking.
maybe. So she steps out. She's seen all the beautiful stuff that she sees around her. Quote, "The sky was a flush of bright clouds and the air was crisp and cool. But the main attraction came up ahead. Majestic dinosaurs roamed around. Some herds while others slowly crept through the distant forests."
Okay, that's nice.
Pretty? Yeah,
It's not
pretty.
bad.
Yeah, it's not terrible. So like we said, she's amazed by all the dinos, and she's ready to get up close and personal. Erin is going to,
Close and personal.
so she sees a Triceratops right away, and she is very interested in this Triceratops.
Is it like, aren't they like running from something, a group of Triceratops, or no? Or is she see him in a crowd, or is it like a lone Triceratops?
Jules, did you read this?
I did, and I thought it was like, maybe I'm skipping ahead. I thought like it was a group of them, but maybe it wasn't. They were running from a T-Rex, but I could
Does the
be-
Triceratops
No, that's
have...
after. No, that's after they actually start. Okay. So what happens is she sees the Triceratops. She goes to follow it and wants to take pictures of it for her holographic journal. Remember when we were talking about the holograms that she likes to look through of her sexapades? Mm-hmm. So she wants to add something to her journal.
so she can masturbate to it later.
Yeah. So she's now sketching him on her notepad, very much giving me, paint me like you're one of your French girls type.
Whoa.
She's paying-
Hold on. So she's sketching by hand the
I think
Triceratops?
so.
Yeah, that's what she says. She's sketching him on her notepad.
Okay. So you said earlier there's this implication that she has a journal, or it says explicitly that there's a journal that she uses to as like her little notches on the bedpost kind of. But what would you explain that to me? Is that drawn as well?
Was it
All the-
specified if it was drawn?
But that's what I wrote.
Yeah, I don't really remember. I don't know if
Okay.
there's like, but I think she does take pictures. She records it with pictures, but
It
maybe
would make sense to just take a picture.
I know.
And I'm sure they can take super cool 3D.
maybe it's super fancy drawing things. So she just has to put her pen in and like magically draws the whole image for her.
Okay,
Maybe
you
something
think
like
that's
that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, that's just a little.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that until
Inefficient.
you said it. I don't know. But that's what I wrote down.
Okay,
Anyway.
cool.
So she's amazed by this dinosaur, and she thinks he's very emotionally intelligent. And she thinks like, oh my God, dinosaurs, they're able to understand me. Because she makes a comment where she's like, well, she's saying how cute he is, blah, blah, blah. He's getting a little shy.
It's almost, yeah, she's like, they have empathy. Like they're so much smarter than we think. They're not going to believe when I tell them this, like back in the future.
Yeah.
They're like, I guess that just makes the story more able to like believable that they'd want to have sex with the person. I don't know.
Right. Which I don't personally, okay, that's one of my qualms with this whole thing. Is like, I don't understand how dinosaurs would have, like biologically, I don't understand how dinosaurs would find humans sexually attractive.
They wouldn't. It's, of course, yeah. None of this. This is very goofy. I don't. You have to keep going though. I'm
Okay, fine.
curious how this. works.
Okay, so as she's sketching him, a T-Rex comes and wants to attack the Triceratops.
Wow. Oh, okay.
I keep looking at Jacob to...
And Erin feels very protective over him, and she's going to protect him at all costs. So Erin uses her gadgets to protect them, and they ride off to safety.
She got like a force field around her,
Yeah.
I think, at one point.
Okay, so now that they're in safety, they can have sex. Okay.
Yeah. So when Erin, hops on the back, she sees a pink scar on his face and asks if he's been hurt by the T-Rex before.
Because he's, Sarah's like taking her to safety, right? She's like, she climbs on him to like go to wherever he's going, right?
Yeah.
Transport.
So she's feeling a little bit of attachment already to this Triceratops. I'll give you a little quote here. She found it weird that she thought of this creature as hers. Not like she owned it, but as a close friend. Something that was a part of her, like love at first sight, except with an ancient creature. So Erin feels, okay, I'm going to chapter 4 now. So Erin feels close enough to this Triceratops. She gives him the nickname Sarah. Get it?
CERA?
Triceratops? Sarah?
From the Land Before Time.
Is that from The Land Before Time?
Oh, really?
Pretty sure its name is Sarah in that.
I'll look it up.
Look this up. What's the get it? Sarah.
It's
Got it. I'm stupid.
Triceratops.
Sorry. Does it have 3 penises?
There is a Sarah. Oh, you're right. The orange Triceratops from...
Oh, my God.
Oh, God. I don't want to imagine this little
No!
cute Triceratops.
Stop it.
Yeah.
That's so cute.
No. Is this plagiarism?
We should watch all of the Diary of a Wimpy Kid movies and then watch all
Land Before
30
Time.
or 40 or 50 Land Before Time movies.
Oh, I love those.
I've only seen one, but I haven't seen it since I was a kid.
Yeah, it's been a while. I wouldn't even know if I watched all of them.
Yeah.
But anyway, she feels very close to Sarah. So as Erin is about to leave,
The cave,
because,
right?
yeah, she's about to leave because she's like, oh, okay, I guess it's time. So she's about to leave.
To go to the future.
Yeah, and she kisses him. Sarah likes it.
And how does she know that he likes it? He moans, right?
Yeah, he moans a little bit.
The dinosaur's sort of described in this humanoid way.
Yes.
Okay.
They're much more intellectual than we would think.
So it's like I climbed down off his back and walked around to him because he's so big. I had to walk around to his face and lean over. And because, like, how much is the physicality of the animal described in this?
Not a lot at all.
Oh,
Okay.
For paleontologists.
Right, sure.
You're skipping out on that part.
okay. So I'll tell you this.
This is where it gets hot in this
So
game.
Okay, I'm ready.
it was raining, so she's drenched, and her. I'll read you this one. She was drenched, and her clothes stuck to her body, accentuating her curves and giving a clear view of her perky nipples and pink areolas.
Oh, God.
Areolas?
What's with these random words that we can't
What?
pronunciate?
Areolas?
Yeah, you got it.
I love that.
Can you play it back on the computer? Never mind, Jules. I want you to be ready with the little YouTube guy that pronounces stuff for you.
Fuck, why am I having such a hard time?
Areolas. Yeah, I think it's areolas, girl. I know.
No, it is. It's areolas.
That's the area around the top of your nipple. Everybody has them.
Yeah, we love those.
Areola. Yeah.
So Sarah's like kind of into it.
I guess. Yeah. Is he like moaning when he's?
Yeah, he has like soft moans.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so,
Were you gonna say the stripper routine?
oh yeah. Okay, so, they're in the cave right now. Erin decides that she's gonna do her little strip tease, and she's trying to get Sarah horny for her.
Hey, that's a good pun.
She wanted to put on a show for him, longed to keep him engaged and mesmerized. That majestic creature. Oh, wait, I'm going to start that again.
Mesmerized.
I know. She wanted to put on a show for him, longed to keep him engaged and mesmerized. That majestic creature. So she did some kind of stripper routine.
End quote, right?
That was
Yeah,
good.
end quote. So she's feeling herself. She's getting a little, flushed in the cheeks. She's freeing her breasts. She's taking her clothes off.
Freeing the breath.
That's what it says.
Is that what a direct quote?
Yeah, that's what she says.
She's freeing her breasts. I thought you wrote that in your summary.
No.
Well, if she says areolas, she's going to say breasts, right?
So Sarah is, a glow starts to appear in his eyes, which gives her the go-ahead, like, oh, he's into it.
All clear for takeoff. Okay.
Yeah, it's happening. So now she's kind of rubbing her naked body all over him. Things are heating up very quickly. Erin kisses him again, but this time more slowly.
Is she like kissing his cheek on this?
Yeah. So she took off all her clothes, her body heated by the fire and the rising desire rushing through her body. She did a seductive dance around the flames, drawing the Triceratops' gaze. Her breasts heaved and danced, her body moving into a slow, seductive rhythm. She sucked.
Oh, God.
No. She skipped over to where the Triceratops was and put her arms around him, letting her naked body rub against his.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of rubbing in this.
Yes, lots of rubbing. A lot of heated sex becoming sensitive.
like a lot of wetness.
Yeah,
so drenched in water. And
yeah, so they're moaning, they're loving it. So I'm very confused if they have sex or not.
How is that possible?
is this weird that I thought of Sarah at this moment as like a young virgin, and I was like, this woman's taking advantage, and I was like, oh wait, this is a dinosaur. I don't know why.
The dinosaur cannot consent.
No, it's weird.
Because this is an unreliable narrator.
Wait, this is
Yeah.
Because the narrator thinks she sees this glow in Sarah's eyes, but it could be
Oh, I didn't
her
even think about
imagination.
that.
That's
what the fuck does a glow mean in eyes too? I'm like,
Yeah.
But there's no like
So you don't know if they have sex because the chapter ends?
Yeah, the chapter ends. I think it's like on a cliffhanger. I think the next chapter it gets a little.
the
heavy.
next
Gotcha.
chapter we got some sex of some sort.
Yes. But I'll leave you with this quote here for a tease. The fire burning cast a shadow of their bodies on the wall of the cave, intertwined like two mystical beings locked in a beautiful dance of love and pleasure and deep, primeval lust.
Primeval.
Primeval. Oh my God.
I swear this is ChatGPT. The more I look at some of these sentences, do you know what I mean?
I don't know.
Okay, never mind.
It's hard to say for sure, but I love it. I like it a lot. I don't know if ChatGPT could write something so sensual.
But it's like sensual, but not really getting into it. So it's like this.
I'm
Dancing around it.
Yeah.
Okay, now we're getting into it. Okay. So,
Okay.
Erin, she was getting a little sleepy after everything was getting all hot and heavy. She opens her eyes and she feels something kind of warm brushing around her skin, but it's arousing her. At first, she thought, it was like a dream, like she had some kind of erotic dream. But then she looks over and she's focused on Sarah. Bum-bum. And
we got to add that spring sound to the board.
so she wakes up. She's like, oh my God, what are you doing to me?
Did she say that?
Yeah, because right now he's breathing on her skin and his head is moving lower and lower between her legs.
You know where it's going.
He's going to give her some pleasure.
The only thing I could think about was a Triceratops head at this point, though. It would
Yes.
like how wide would her legs have to be? Because they have that thing around their head.
That's what I was thinking. The height difference of a human and then a big ass dinosaur. How would that work with oral sex?
So they
You're
don't
thinking
do
about
stuff where it sticks its horn in her vagina or something.
No,
nothing
they don't
like
do
that.
crazy stuff like that.
No.
Nothing about
There's no physical attributes to this being a triceratops. You got to think about a triceratops as like a four-legged animal, right?
Right.
How would you be able to get down to give someone oral sex? A human being.
And look at the horn that's in its way, too.
I think they could.
That would hurt.
I think it could happen.
It would make more sense for, he was penetrating me with his horn or something.
Yeah, I mean, that would be more fun.
More wild.
But I think it could get in there. I don't know.
It has potential.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
All right, keep
I feel like
going.
there's lost opportunities. But anyway, so she's being awoken by Sarah, giving her some oral sex. Obviously, she's loving it, blah, blah, blah. She's naked. It was like having a psychedelic trip, the way the sweat tingles exploded through her body.
I forgot the
That's an
psychedelic
interesting
trip,
reference.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
I guess it's like something like orgasm can be associated with like a high, like the color.
She hasn't orgasm yet.
Or not yet, but it's.
Oh, is that an orgasm you just read?
What? No, yeah, she's orgasming. She loves it.
Sorry, I didn't realize it happened that quickly.
Okay,
Oh, this is
now
just the beginning.
Erin is she's asleep now because it was too much. All that she was trembling.
Okay, so that's the end of it. Okay.
No. So she went to sleep, but Erin she just couldn't get enough of Sarah. And she just was loving that and the enjoyment that she got from it. So now it's his turn.
Yes. Okay. This is what I thought was the next part. Her turn to time to return the favor.
Let's go.
That would have been a good boom.
So now while he's sleeping, Erin's just grinding and placing her hand on his body.
Grinding on his body.
Yeah, like her hands and stuff. Mm-hmm. And she's feeling the rhythm of his breaths and, groaning or whatever. So.
Whatever.
It was like all that stuff.
So she made her hand along his massive body as if making a painting, tapping slowly with the tip of her fingers.
She's an
At
artist.
least she said massive body there. That was like the first reference to the shape of the animal.
That's true.
No talk about the texture of his skin or anything. But
Yeah.
No.
But I guess a massive. I'll give her.
So she's starting to move her fingers. She's kind of going slower.
Towards the
slowly.
genital hole thing you described earlier?
Well,
This time, she is very impressed by his shaft. So Sarah kind of jerked a bit when she first touched him. She was like, oh my God, what's that? And then she quickly placed a hand on his body, just softly being like, it's okay, everyth's going to be okay.
that's why he's like a virgin and she's like the older woman. I feel like it's creepy, this relationship.
Ew. Oh my God. So now she's just giving him a hand job. Mm-hmm. But again, there's no descriptions of the dino penis.
Yeah.
Isn't there like a
She would think she'd have to wrap both arms around this thing.
I know. Yeah. But it's one-handed too. She's doing it. It's one-handed.
Oh my God. Well, she's saying how the shaft is like growing long and it's getting harder.
As they do.
As she, tightens her grip. But anyway, oh God. Okay, ready for this, guys? You ready for this? A prehistoric cock. She couldn't stop herself from thinking, what would this feel like inside me? She wondered.
Wow.
A prehistoric. Okay, so instead of describing, we can just call it that. And leave it
Right?
up to the imagination.
Right.
Just leave it at that. So Sarah, again, of course, he likes it, and his body's shaking, and his eyes are wide, and he orgasms.
And it's a
And
lot.
so after, oh my God, I can't explain this.
You have to do it.
Okay.
You have to do it. You guys are saying this thing's not crazy enough. Is this like a part that's kind of...
Okay. So, oh my God. So what? I can't do it. Okay.
I
that's
remember this. This one was...
Jules will be happy to read this. Okay.
Okay. That's the biggest load I've ever seen, she giggled and held up her hand, showing the sticky fluids dripping down her fingers. Feeling naughty, she slapped the hand between her legs and rubbed the sticky fluids between her legs, moaning and shivering.
Y'all, can I tell you where my mind went for one second?
That wasn't bad.
Yeah, sure.
This is where I thought...
You guys were
it's not
underselling this, okay?
Yeah, it wasn't that bad. But I was like, for one second, I was like, what if this is like such a stupid thought, but I was like, what if she gets pregnant that way? Isn't that
You thought
stupid?
that's what it was building to?
I don't know. I was like,
There's
no
no consequences in this.
Yeah, there was like, I was like, what if she I don't know, but I don't even know if that's possible. But anyway, for 1 second, then I was like, that's stupid. But I was hoping y'all would support me on that, but there was nothing. Right.
Oh my God. Okay, so even after all of that happened, They're ready for another round. And
Okay.
she gets back on him.
Let's go.
Same cave, same day.
Yes. Oh my God. I just can't. So he was huge. So he just brushed his shaft over her ass and pussy, increasing his pace as she moaned and grinded to his thrusts. The contact was electric. She bit her lip and gasped, feeling herself getting closer. Her orgasm was more intense than she had ever had.
But this is like, I feel like this is like a common thing I'm noticing in some erotica. It's like the big penis or whatever. Like the guy's like being like not going in right away because it's still just like he's just like rubbing it against her. He's like, no, it's like, oh, he doesn't want to like put it in yet because it doesn't want to hurt her. Even though
it's too big.
You guys are going to find an erotica that's like, he had a small penis, but it was still awesome.
Is
You
it?
think that'll?
I want to. I want
something
to read
like
a micro penis
Yeah.
erotica or something.
That's definitely out there.
It's
You guys,
just too boring. It's like, well, of course it's
Always
really
a
big.
displeased person, woman, whatever.
Yeah.
that's your next assignment. Okay.
Micro penis erotica.
Not necessarily micro penis, just like average or less.
Okay.
Okay, and that, but it's not like the guy she leaves to find the dinosaur with the huge penis, but the person she finds, the Shrek, the Beck, the dinosaur, whatever it is, has a less than average penis. You think that exists?
We'll
Okay, be on
try
the
and
lookout
find
for
it.
that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We'll
I
do
will
it.
be. I gotta go on some.
I don't know why I'd be interested in that, but I'm.
It would be subversive. You wouldn't expect it because based on what we've been reading, it's not.
Right. Okay. So this is the last part that ends with the cave. She's, obviously she orgasmed again. She's keeping her legs open. She managed to grab hold of his shaft and milked it with a few strokes, letting the last few drops coat her swollen lips. There's going to be more where that came from, she promised with a soft giggle.
Oh, not the horse. I cannot with lips. Like I don't know what.
Yeah, I shouldn't say anything. But yeah, it's a weird. I'm not crazy.
Swollen lips. I hated that.
Yeah,
though.
That was
I'm not crazy about
terrible.
that. It's like it's stung by bees or something.
Oh God.
Is that implied that it's swollen just because of like the amount of like sex they like? I don't know.
I think-
No, you're swollen if you're turned on. Never mind. All right, we're not gonna get into the. Not gonna get into the anatomy of.
Yeah. A little too much. All right.
Oh wait, are we getting into the final chapter?
Somewhat, yeah. Okay, so, oh my God. I can't. So, Sarah is really enamored by Erin's body now and is really appreciative of the beauty that is her body. Okay, now they've gone over to the beach side because they feel, a little bit safe now and they don't need to be in the cave. So they go to the beach, and might I add, very atmospheric. If you can just picture it in your head. It's like the moonlight, and there's a pretty moon, and waves are going by.
Can you read some of the description?
Sure. They went over to the beach side under the glow of a perfect full moon. Their bodies glimmered from the light, and the water sparkled and glowed. It was the perfect atmosphere for a sexually charged encounter with her favorite Triceratops. So they go over to the beach side.
I guess it's implied it's the next day, right?
No, I think it's in the same day.
Oh,
So they want to go swimming in the water.
I didn't know Triceratops could swim, but
Yeah, I know, right?
or she wants to go swimming. I think he gets.
He's kind of in the shallow area.
Yeah.
So she's
Splashing.
so she's the one that's kind of swimming and, splashing around. So, at this point, she she let the waves, kind
Are you
of.
okay?
She's making her body, more appealing now in the wetness with the water.
Right.
So she's trying to be sensual again. Like she's grabbing her breasts, she's like, look at my beautiful.
Yeah, she squeezes her breast. I think.
That's a good move.
She's doing this little like sensual dance in her like bathing suit.
She always does these dances. Not in her bathing suit, in her nudity.
Oh my gosh.
Something about her. When she's wet, she was like, it was raining. Now she's in water. It's just like the classic scene of the drenched, like, white dress, you know? That's what I imagined.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God.
So what happens on the beach?
They just end up having sex. I mean, it's the same thing. She grabs his cock and stuff, and they begin to. She starts jerking him off, and blah blah blah. There's pleasure and orgasms and swollen tips.
Ash is so over it. But this is the real sex scene where he goes inside of her.
Oh, you're right.
This is the first time that we see him
She was about to just skip over this.
I
whole
know.
thing.
I was like, Ash is so unlike you.
I think this is my favorite story of all the episodes so far.
Really? Okay.
Oh my God. Okay, so she got on all fours and shook her hips, teasing Sarah with her pink, wet pussy. The juices trickling down her legs. He moved closer to her, brushing his tongue over her lips. Erin trembled as waves of tingles rushed over her body. She steeled herself as Sarah got in position, the tip of his hard member poking at her hole. The squishy sound of his cock rubbing her wetness was arousing. He pushed in slowly, making sure she was all right.
Yeah, because he's caring.
Okay, good.
He's very caring of his large member. So Erin's loving it. She's digging her hands in the sand. She's like, oh my God.
I actually thought that part was kind of anticlimactic, her like description of, like, I know she was like loving it, but like it was like kind of happened quickly.
I know.
But there's something about her pelvis almost breaking. Did you read that? Or like it was like hurting her pelvis? I was like, ouch, this is like
So you guys said
Yeah.
they didn't describe that the penis was huge and like oversized, but that's kind of doing it.
A little bit. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, she's doing it here. Okay, so each thrust from the Triceratops cock sent shivers through her body, pushing her fast toward a fiery orgasm. She backed into Sarah's deep strokes, arching her back and grinding into him. She felt herself getting stretched and filled up, her pelvis taking a hit.
I don't like this stretch.
This is wild.
Oh my.
The best
why do you
part of
think
this
it's
is having to
wild?
listen to you read all these. You having to read all this is the best part.
This is terrible. Okay, so her pussy gripped him tighter, and she shut her eyes, flattening her face on the sand, shaking from her orgasm. The Triceratops continued humping until he filled her up with his fluids.
Oh God.
He pulled out slowly, and globs of cum trickled out from between her legs, her body flushed and withering.
Damn, she's
So,
like dead.
I have a question. Is this more explicit than the swamp one?
Oh, 100%.
I think it is.
With the sex scenes, definitely.
Yeah, because I don't know if you read as many quotes on that one, but from what I'm just gleaning from hearing this, yeah, it sounds a little wilder.
Yeah.
So I like it.
No, that's one of my things that I liked about it. It was that it actually went for it with the
Yeah,
sex
you
scenes.
said that like right away. You said it's like way more. Doesn't it every chapter?
It just doesn't make sense with a fucking dinosaur.
Yeah, the premise.
I think that's going to be a common theme among these like monster eroticas or whatever. It's like going to be just like it could be any man or anything.
Yeah.
But it's fine. I mean, I like Sarah. He grew on me. I was a little. I felt like he was being manipulated. Though. I'm just kidding.
That was a little endearing.
Yeah, because these dinosaurs and all these stories have emotions. They have special connections to Erin.
Right. So, they, Erin's in the sand. She's beat now. Like, she's had enough. Very tired. Mm-hmm. She had that massive
Prehistoric cock.
prehistoric, yeah, exactly, in her pussy. Anyway, now, it's kind of been like a bittersweet moment because she knows she has to leave soon, and it's been quite the adventure for her.
It happens abruptly. Like they just have this like sex, and then like I literally thought I like couldn't imagine that the story was over, and it was like the novella was done.
Literally, it was like they spent a whole week together after that, after the beach incident. Then the battery on her belt was running low. And
it
she
should have been a
knew-
device that was, introduced earlier, so there was this little bit of tension about
It should have
having to
been
leave
like
the whole time.
It should have been like the sound in the elevator that was brought up every chapter. I feel like it should have been like something she looked upon, especially if she felt this deep connection. She'd be like, my time is running out. But no, like a week passed and we had.
Right? It was so lame. And she's kind of reminiscing on their real connection. And I'm like, what the fuck was their real connection? All they did was have sex. They didn't talk. Anyway, Erin is not sure if she'll ever have another opportunity to use the time machine again. But for now, she's going to tell the world how emotionally intelligent dinosaurs are.
That's like her goal. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, the most anticlimactic end to that story ever.
Yeah. And does she step through the portal at the very end of that?
Yeah. Okay, I'll read you this part. Erin gave the Triceratops one last embrace and a deep kiss and opened up her time portal. She stepped through it, eyes still on her strange lover, and bade one final farewell.
Damn, it's kind of sad.
Isn't that sad?
Yeah.
She gets over him fast because the rest of this book is about her
Fucking all kinds of other things immediately.
All different kinds of dinosaurs.
Remember, she is...
So correct me if I'm wrong. This is one story in this collection?
This is the longest novella.
If you had to do like a fraction of how in proportion to the rest of the content of this release, how much of what you just did you just cover in the whole thing? You know, I'm struggling to say this. You still don't understand. Okay.
How much should we cover? So that is her first. That's her longest adventures. The next 3 or 4 stories
are shorter.
They're really short.
And
so this is like 50% or 60% through the Kindle thing.
Because we're already at
that's what I'm trying to ask. You can cut me out. Okay.
So we can
cut this out. You want me to restate it? So if you look at the Kindle thing at the end of this, what's the percentage of this book? That's a little more confusing.
Would it be 40%, 50%? The percentage, when I was at my Kindle at this point, it said like 50% or 60% done, I would say. So more than halfway done after you read this novella. That makes sense.
Okay.
I think that makes sense. I answered your question.
No, you did a good job. I just want to restate my question because it sounds stupid and then Ashley made me feel dumb.
Okay, so restate it.
She went, what?
Sorry.
At this point in the story, you're like 60% through, according to Kindle.
So these next few pieces are very short.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
And we can just do the highlight reels of...
We can just speed run them.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first one is my boyfriend is a what?
Plesiosaur?
A plesiosaur? My boyfriend is a plesiosaur?
Underwater dinosaur, y'all.
Yeah, okay. So this is a dinosaur, like she said, it's underwater. So Erin, she's ready for the next adventure, and she's excited to see which dinosaur she'll see next. Again, she's putting on her sexy swimsuit. She dives into the deep ocean, and she's using that rebreather gadget to help her breathe in the ocean. Now, she uses this flashlight and some sort of special device to kind of boom out the sound waves through the ocean.
To communicate with it?
Yeah, so the plesiosaur starts swimming towards her and notices his very long neck. And Erin is now wrapped in this embrace with him, and they have a very special connection. Imagine Shape of Water. That's what's happening right now.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Erotic shape of water.
Yeah. Okay. So they swim very lovingly with each other throughout the ocean. It's quite beautiful.
Lots of grinding and humping in this one.
Yeah, and she already can tell that this dino is very intelligent because he was already aroused by her beautiful, sexy body.
I thought there'd be underwater sex in this one, but they went to the shore.
Oh, okay. Why? Because she drowned?
I wonder what sex would be like. Yeah, I guess because she's a rebreather, but...
Yeah, that's true. Okay. What a missed opportunity.
Right? So now they are back on the shore, and she's baring her naked body for him, and he was super into it. I'll read this for you. She was soaking wet at this point, and no, it wasn't just the water.
So stupid.
That's a good one.
It's never just the water.
So dumb. So yes, she's trying to seduce him with her body, and she starts giving him a sensual massage. Mm-hmm. And he loves it. Now, after all that, she puts back her rebreather on and they went back into the ocean just to leave again shortly after.
Yeah,
That's it?
Yeah, nothing really happens.
Yeah, this is it. It's just a series of flings with different dinosaurs.
Nobody jizzes?
Not in this one.
No.
Okay.
No.
So she felt the connection of the sensual experience, but she knows that she can't stay underwater forever.
She gets over them fast. She's like having all these special emotional connections, and then
Right?
she just leaves, goes back through the time portal.
So yeah, she's ready to move on. So we're going into the next story.
Okay.
All right. Now, this next story is called Mile High Pterodactyl Club.
This one sounds interesting.
So again, she's in the little time machine, and she's taken aback by the majestic nature of these dinos, these flying dinos.
I have a quick question.
Yeah.
I think it's pterodactyl. I don't
And
know.
I think I'm
annoying.
annoying you.
Pterodactyl?
I think I'm annoying you with my questions, but so she goes to this thing where they're unveiling this new thing and she's going to test it. So she goes and then she probably comes back to the present and then goes, "Hey, I'm going to go back." Does it describe
No. The
how
present.
how she has so many opportunities to return?
No.
Okay, got it.
Did I say it wrong? I thought I said pterodactyl, no? Pterodactyl.
Yeah, because it's a silent P.
Play it for her.
Pterodactyl.
Pterodactyl.
Pterodactyl. Okay, that's
Dactyl.
really
You got
embarrassing.
this.
I'm going to say it again.
Oh yeah, the
Okay,
P
guys.
is silent. Okay.
This next story is Mile High Pterodactyl.
The hesitation.
That's very smooth.
Good job.
Thank you. So, Erin is very taken aback by these flying dinos. And she is certain that this one's going to be her best one yet. Because these are, ones that are in the sky. She can't reach them from the ground.
Okay.
So she's having this dilemma in her head. She's like, oh my God, how am I going to get to this dino? She can't fly. What is she going to do? So she pushes her button on the device and she has now teleported straight to the peak of the mountain, but she ends up overshooting it and is now free falling from the sky. But the pterodactyl has swooped in and saved her.
What's it called? Deus Ex Machina?
Deus Ex Machina.
It's like in
What?
Lord of the Rings.
It's not really Deus Ex Machina.
I'm just kidding. I know.
That's like something coming
I was just thinking of Lord of the
out of
Rings. I
nowhere.
was
This
making
is
the
a
funny
character that was
connection.
introduced. What the?
I was just thinking of the Lord of the Rings. I thought y'all were thinking about when the birds swoop in.
Yeah, that's a little bit Deus Ex Machina for sure. But they
That's
were
why-
introduced earlier in the story.
I know. It's not Deus Ex. It's not that term. Whatever. I just wanted to say it.
Yes.
But she does not die. Fall to
Okay.
her death.
So do they have aerial sex?
Grinding against the body of the thing.
Yeah.
They do have that. Okay, good.
Doesn't
I want to
she,
hear more. I was gonna let you skip this one if they didn't.
No, okay.
If it was just a thing where they massaged and hugged and then she left again.
No, I'll read you this one. She stretched. Okay, so now because he swooped in and saved her, she's kind of flying on his back now.
Okay.
She stretched her legs and flattened her body and pressed her huge breasts on its back, slowly on the top of the creature. Her hands continued stroking and caressing, and her moans drifted around the creature's face. She shut her eyes and held tight to the pterodactyl, her body moving to its rhythm as it flew lower. She could feel the vibrations rushing through its body as they were locked in a sensual embrace. Feel its pleasure mount in near eruption. And at the same time, it sent waves of tingles through her body. They were wrapped as one in the moment, gliding the clouds, experiencing the height of pleasure.
I was waiting. I keep looking at Jacob pressing the buttons. Yeah, so that one's airborne. I guess she's feeling the vibrations and stuff. And
But she's just like rubbing on it.
she
Do they
frees her
Yeah,
have
nipples.
sex in the air?
Right. She's kind of rubbing on him again. She takes her top off and she's letting her boobs bounce freely.
But part of I guess
We
the
love this.
adrenaline just being up in the air and oh my God.
That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
So then she slides her shorts off and she's grinding her sex on his
Her
body.
sex on him. Is that a quote? Grinding her sex on him?
Yeah, and then she moans and it's a good time. But now she's got to leave again.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And the next two stories kind of,
So it's just a lot of her running around rubbing on stuff.
that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, literally.
It's lame. This part is better.
Okay.
All right, you got to help
Is there
me.
one more?
There's like two more. I think you can kind of combine them into one thing because it's kind of related. The next two stories are kind of take place in the real world, not in the present tense. We find out that what happens with her, she gets her rights taken away to use the time travel belt.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She uses it too much. So they banned her.
And no really explanation who, like how they found out or anything. It's like Christmas time now.
Yeah, so it's Christmas time. She's bored and she wants to go on another adventure, but like you said, she's banned.
This is what happens when you have everything you want and you just do all these experiences. This is
Right.
a less
So Erin,
moderation.
she gets a weird package at the door, and it has a message, and it says, "Have fun and a Merry Christmas."
Ho, ho, ho.
And she's like, "What?" So she opens the package inside, and is a charged up time belt. Yay!
She could go. She could go back to see her Jurassic buddies.
Is this going to go back to Sarah? Because that would be super cool.
No, never. It never goes
No,
back.
there's no I was like, is there gonna be a marriage at the end? I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
But no.
So she thinks it's some prank, and she's like, "No way." But you know what? Erin's not wasting another minute, and she quickly straps it on. Now, she gets dumped right into the den of an adult Carnotaurus?
Oh, no. Jules, you got one?
Carnotaurus.
Carnotaurus?
They look like T-Rexes. I was looking up their
Carnotaurus?
Carnotaurus, I think.
It has Carnotaurus. Okay, so she is dumped into this den of an adult Carnotaurus. Now, Erin is now a self-identified expert now on the different species of dinosaurs. She looks at it, and at first he's very he doesn't trust her. He's like growling at her and trying to intimidate her, like, "What are you doing here? Go away." But Erin's trying to calm him down. She's like, "It's fine. You know, everything's going to be okay."
Yeah, I don't know where she gets this, it's like this vicious, she just has this, she knows exactly what to do to calm them down. And
Right.
It always works perfectly.
I
Her
see.
gestures.
I know. I
You
think that's
just-
like her MO at this point. Like, that's her way to, like...
How does she do it? Talking to it?
She touch it. It's almost like
Gotcha.
this moment I imagine, like the hand on the
Everything's
giant beast.
Yeah.
And there's something about Erin, y'all.
Yeah.
Okay, so, shocker.
She pulls her boobs out.
Yeah, she pulls her boobs out, you know.
Oh,
Woo!
dang, we can't use the applause button there.
So, the dino is hot for her, and,
As they always are, somehow.
she's like caressing him and, you know, whispering sweet nothings in his ear. They have sex, and now she has, traveled back because technically it's all illegal. So she needs to get out of there quickly.
Wait. Okay. So there's no choice details that are quotable or anything? Is it all pretty samey?
I don't know. It's just all the same.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
At this point, we should just go straight into the, my sexy Supersaurus.
Wait, this is the next one.
This is the final
Okay.
one, and
This one better
I
be
love
good.
the alliteration.
This one's pretty crazy.
Okay, good.
So, call back from the Christmas one. Remember when she got the package? But she gets another one from her secret admirer. But this time, the package says, "Look inside the book." And she was, look inside the box.
What?
I did it by accident.
I'm
didn't
reading
mean
a book, so I thought it was a book, but it was your package.
Book a box.
I got confused.
Okay, so she was hoping for another time belt, but it's just a heavy box with a card in it.
She wrote book here too.
I didn't mean to write book. Okay, so this card was a VIP pass to this place called Off-World, which is a super exclusive club. Erin thinks that her admirer is super rich, and she's getting very excited. So she's going to take this opportunity to finally meet this person and thank them for this gift of, you know, the time belt. So she, you know, enters the club. The security guard kind of leads her upstairs into a room and say, you know, the guard's like, you know, she's waiting. And Erin's like, wait, what? She? It's a girl?
You know what this means? I knew exactly what this meant. Like, it was quite clear where this was going.
Yeah, it's very
Wow,
cool.
Jules, how insightful.
What would you... What
This
would
would be
you
lesbian
guess?
sex.
Yeah. But not
Okay.
just any lesbian sex.
As Tom would say, it's not lesbian sex. It's just sex.
Yeah, it's just sex. You're right.
Yeah.
I guess it's more progressive to say it that way. Yeah, just like let's call it sex.
Okay, so her secret admirer is named Kim, and according to Erin, she has a very sexy physique. Kim was attractive. Nice curves, a beautiful round face with glossy lips, and deep blue eyes. And those tits!
It's just like all of our erotica is always nice curves, big, juicy lips.
We want a small penis and small boobs in the next one.
That's the criteria. And basically,
I know,
she's been
right?
like watching her.
Yeah.
In these Jurassic era, right?
Able to see somehow.
So the
into past.
holograms of all her sexapades with dinosaurs, she was able to see it.
Were they leaked or were they?
Oh, maybe they were leaked. So Erin's very flattered that Kim thinks that all of it was super hot. But she had no idea that these time belts were recording everything. And maybe that's why she was banned.
Makes sense.
Don't trust the government. This is what Lola Faust is saying.
I know, right? Okay, so Kim is very adamant about wanting to go on these sexual adventures with her. And she doesn't care about the band, and she's ready to join her. Because, see, the thing is, Kim is super rich, and she's not going to get in any trouble because she has money. Mm-hmm. So they don't have to worry about it.
And our girl's excited to be like her guide in this. She's like,
Oh, yeah.
oh, that was interesting. Yeah, she's like, wow, somebody else can enjoy this.
So Kim and Erin go dino hunting. At one point, Kim's trying to use the map, and Erin's like, girl, no, we don't use maps.
It's like she's like very hippy dippy, just like you've got to feel this.
Yeah.
She has to teach Kim to be more. I mean, I'm reading deep into this, but be
More
more
what?
just like, just one with the nature of the dress. It's like get rid of the map.
I
You
like
just gotta-
maps.
I do too.
Okay.
How could we live without them?
Yeah.
So Kim really wants to have a steamy encounter, and she's not leaving without one. And it needs to be with Erin in a dino.
Okay.
A threesome.
Bring back Sarah.
Yes. No.
Oh,
No, Sarah. So, like you said, she's kind of teaching Kim the ways of how to approach a dino. So now Kim is just gagged because she just cannot believe how beautiful all these dinosaurs are. And she's feeling a little bit nervous by their presence. So she sees the dinosaur that, I forgot what it was.
Supersaurus. It's a
Oh, yeah, the
long neck
Supersaurus. So she sees it. And Erin's like, ooh, I see a big guy. And then,
I thought this was interesting. This is the last dinosaur because these are most like iconically gentle dinosaurs.
Yeah.
I feel like that's
They're
how I was
actually
thinking.
super wild and freaky.
Oh, are they really? Oh wait, you're saying that. never mind. They're like the urban. I was like, thought you were bringing in research. I was like, oh, I didn't know that.
oh my God.
That's a blonde moment.
Yeah.
So Erin's kind of, easing Kim in, and she's like, just start caressing him a little bit, and, he'll get into it. This all sounds really predatory.
It does. I'm so, like, Erin is crazy.
She is. Okay, so
Manipulative.
Kim is now starting to get super into it. And she's kind of being all sensual with, the dino, kind of grinding on him a little bit. And Erin is now ready to join. And the girls want to ride him. Now, Kim and Erin are going on the ultimate threesome. They say, let's give him a sexy double treatment.
And so they're gonna work. This is
What
the
does that
hand
mean?
job, right?
Yes.
Yeah, this is like the partner hand job or two-person hand job.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
How does that work?
It doesn't really give details on. I think one of them actually isn't like Erin fingering Kim while she's jerking off the Saurus.
I'll tell you this. The ladies screamed delightfully and turned to each other, looking at the fluids dripping down their bodies. They kissed and smeared each other with the stuff, feeling the hotness of the moment. With their legs between each other's legs, fingering each other until they shuddered and screamed out, climaxing together.
Did he climax at the same time they did? Was it?
So he climaxed, and then they used the stuff to like
They always
kind of
use
rub
that
around each other and like
Yeah.
finger each other. Yeah.
We're all asexual. We don't like any of this stuff. This is disgusting.
I mean, there's no point in getting super into it. That was kind of the more like,
Yeah.
That was the wildest stuff. Yeah.
yes. Okay. So now after the threesome, Kim is getting a little sad because she's like, oh my God, things were so exciting. And now it's going to fizzle out and we got to go back into the real world.
Are they going to stay there?
No,
they go back to the future, and there's nothing with Sarah ever again.
no, they just have a future. I guess they're going to be together now. Her and Kim.
Is there more books?
But what if we get
don't
bored of
know.
each other? I think they said at one point, it's like,
Yeah.
they can always come back.
Right, that's Erin's solution. Yeah, we'll just come back next time. What are you talking about? They're like, oh yeah, you're right, and that's it.
Okay.
So she got a rich
That's a good
rich
ending.
woman to support her and support her adventures. But yeah, that's the ending. And then, yeah.
All right. Wow. I like that a lot.
Does this go beyond the bottom shelf for you
Yes,
guys?
For me.
Really?
And I didn't read it.
Why? Why does it go beyond the bottom shelf?
It's a joke. I don't have an answer for that. I mean, I don't know. I haven't actually read any of these. I just get to hear about it secondhand. And
Yeah.
I feel like
this one was kind of fun.
it was fun. I wish, okay, if maybe she was more intentional about the descriptions of the dinosaur, I would say it would go beyond the bottom shelf. But because there's such a discrepancy, it's not that smart.
I feel like we're gonna come in, run into this with all the erotica. It's gonna be like, especially with again this genre of it. Like we're not gonna get the physical descriptions that we want. Like, I don't think it goes beyond the bottom shelf, but it is definitely more wild than the Shrek story.
Oh, 100%.
Okay.
By a long shot.
But like,
Okay.
I wanted some of these things to come together. I wanted Sarah.
Right.
It would be cool.
Or
What if
her
Sarah?
to change the future.
What if
by,
Sarah was brought into the future?
Oh, that would be
Right.
crazy.
Or like
like
something
they
with
go
the
back finally at the end and they realize they've changed civilization and there's
and now sex,
animal
bestiality is like normal.
dinosaur hybrid human.
Oh,
Or
or
maybe
yeah,
that's what they were teasing with the last story.
You're right.
Oh, okay. So we forgot to mention this. So there's a very last story. It's like a tease to her next book. But in this, I think it's in the same universe
I think it is.
because she finds this dinosaur that she's been sexting online. It's a
Yes,
T-Rex.
his name's Rex, and she like it's in a world where it's called it's basically when dinosaurs were brought back, and he works as like a security guard. He's this giant T-Rex.
Right. So it does sound like that it did pay off. You guys have been lying to me.
I forgot about that. Like that was.
So this all pays off. So this is beyond the bottom shelf. This fucking book is amazing.
if this is a universe, maybe.
My favorite one so far is the one that's potentially written by an AI. What does that say about me?
Well, one of the other ones was potentially.
I want you guys to not give up on the erotic. I like hearing some of these insane passages, and I want to see how deep you can go, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
I think
Also
we're gonna
read some of the weird stuff where people get their eyeballs cut out and their wieners cut off and stuff.
We're gonna take a break from that. We decided we're not really like maybe the fetish thing for now, but
Yeah.
we want to read one. I want to read more like a horror thing next.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I'm kind of missing the horror. I want the shocking horror.
Yeah.
But not necessarily shocking horror that's combined with sex stuff.
I mean, I'm sure it's gonna like.
Sometimes that's the way they have to
Overlap,
go to be shocking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure that's gonna happen.
I mean,
Right.
like, but Bitch in the Box was a whole nother level. It was like, but I don't know. I think I did like doing the erotica, but I think next one we're gonna do some
You know what you're reading next week? Before next week?
potentially spin the bottle.
Yeah, that's probably what we're gonna lean towards.
I saw on my Kindle recently, I was pulling it up because I was reading a T.E.D. Klein collection, who's a good horror writer. He only wrote like 5 stories that were published. And I guess he's famous for writing like 5 stories.
One in the
and just
Cabin?
One novel, yeah.
Yeah, I read that one.
And I saw on my little recently read thing, because Jules has been using my account, a big wiener in a big ship or something.
Oh, cock.
So what is that? You guys are you giving up on that?
Oh, that's
or-
a gay erotica.
No, I think it's so short.
Okay. It's not a collection?
We could read that right after Spin the Bottle, because I kind of want to read a physical book. But is that a collection?
No, it's not. It's like 40 pages.
Oh, okay.
Very
Have you
short.
read it?
Huh?
Have you read it?
I didn't finish it, but I did start it.
Okay, so you're not sure about that one yet? Okay,
Maybe
maybe
one
we'll
day
return
in
with
the
that one.
future.
Maybe we'll return.
I did buy that, though.
I did buy it, so we too got.
I hope you weren't looking at your work computer and somebody walked behind
Big
you.
wiener on that. Thank you.
But yeah, I'm sure Spin the Bottle will be a fun read.
Yeah, and if you guys remember, we discussed a couple episodes ago, or maybe last episode as well, going to a horror convention here locally, and there being some local writers, and we purchased some books from them, and Spin the Bottles from one of them.
Is one of them, yes. So that's why it's awesome. I want to read it because we've met the person, which is cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
So stay tuned for that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you guys for listening.
Thanks. See you next
See you
time.
next time.
Bye.